Guys, so today I'm back again, but we're gonna do something a little bit different today. This is more of a sit down girl talk video. I know the last couple of videos have been more vlog style, but this one's gonna be different. I'm gonna switch it up and do something a little more for my ladies because I gotta have stuff just for y'all too, okay? So not everyone has like a big sister or a mother or just even a good friend to give them advice and ask questions. And as females, we all need another female in our life that we can depend on for things like that. So I'm here for y'all. Or if you just don't feel comfortable enough to discuss this kind of topic with any other person, that's what I'm here for. So we're gonna be talking about feminine hygiene and just everything that you need to know as a girl, as a woman, as a female in general, things that you need to know to just maintain a healthy pH balance and keep yourself fresh down there, all right? So first and foremost, I just want to say that no female is supposed to just smell like daisies and rainbows and flowers. Like, that's not a natural thing, yeah, there's not a way we're supposed to smell, but the only time you should be concerned is if you smell fishy or just something abnormal. But if you don't smell like flowers, don't be worried, because that's just not a thing. The number one thing I want to start off with is wearing tight clothes and just tight things in that area. Tight underwear, tight pants, anything. I personally recommend only wearing cotton underwear. Do not wear satin, lacy kind of pretty frilly underwear every single day, because that's just terrible for your lady parts. That's not good. It's not a material that is natural and made to just be on you all day. And especially if you wear thongs or G-strings every day, that's terrible as well. Just think about it. That's just literally sitting there tight all up in you all day. And that sometimes causes issues. It causes smells, infections, a lot of things. When I was younger, I thought it was cool to wear thongs every day. And then when I had my first gynecologist appointment, she was like, no, that's terrible. You should not be doing that. And ever since then, I've only been wearing cotton underwear or just no underwear at all. And I'm not saying you can never wear pretty, cute underwear or thongs, because I'm not a fan of panty lines. So sometimes I have to wear thongs, but just not as a daily thing. That should not be your daily go-to panty, It's cute if you're seeing your man one night and you want to wear some silky panties, or if you're wearing something see-through or tight and you have to wear a G-string. Just don't make it a daily habit. Also, when you go to sleep, I just recommend don't wear any underwear at all, or sleep naked if you can. Do not wear underwear, because that's the time that you should just let yourself breathe and not have anything down there. Another important thing, in terms of just washing yourself daily, soap is such an important part of what causes so many things with women and hygienic problems. You are not supposed to be putting soap down in that hole, first of all. That's the most important thing to know. When you wash yourself down there, soap should not be in that direct area. Soap should just be around it and on the surface, but not in the actual hole. That is such a bad thing, and if anyone tells you to do that, they're wrong and sadly mistaken, because some girls that smell fishy, that's why, because they're putting soap down there. And then another thing is the soap that you use is very, very important. I personally use an unscented soap. I either use Cetaphil, whatever, or I use a Dove unscented. It's the Dove hypoallergenic one for sensitive skin, because it doesn't have a scent. So just any kind of bar soap with no scent is what I recommend. And the two brands, either Dove sensitive skin or Cetaphil, and those are the two that I kind of jump back and forth with. Cetaphil is my number one go-to, but if they don't have that at a store, I'll get the Dove. So you need to be using something unscented and not in that area, just on the surface and around. Let water actually naturally clean your nothing actually inside. And something a little controversial, I personally don't believe in using feminine wash like Summer's Eve or just anything that says feminine wash. I feel like we all have a natural pH balance, and those things are targeted, telling you it's gonna help your pH, but I really just don't think it's necessary at all. That's just not natural. Years and ages ago, they didn't have all that. Women just use soap and water. It's all about how you do it and what kind of soap you use, but I just don't feel like those kind of things are necessary. If you want ways to kind of help your pH balance, there's vitamins. I heard of the cranberry pills. There's a lot of other natural ways, but you don't need an actual soap to be fixing that issue for you. So I would just throw all that out. If you're on your period and you feel like you need a little extra something, carry baby wipes with you and just keep up with yourself. But you don't need to be doing all the extra shit, okay? Let it be natural and do as minimal as possible. Just an unscented soap and some warm water and you're good to go. All right, on to the next. This may be a little self-explanatory, but just don't wear wet swim bottoms and don't keep that on all day. If you go to the beach, the pool, whatever, and you have on some, like a wet bikini, as soon as you're done, change out of that into some dry underwear or dry bottoms. That's what causes yeast infections and just a lot of things, smells. Yeah, don't keep on some wet underwear all day or wet swim bottoms. Take women's like supplements, probiotics, vitamins. I personally take 2 daily vitamins. So the 2 daily vitamins that I like to take is Super B Complex. These are just some vitamin C pills or just orange pills. And then the vitamin code Raw Zinc by Garden of Life. These are the 2 that I do, so zinc and vitamin C pills, but specifically Super B Complex. So if you wanna, I order these from Amazon. And yeah, I personally just like to take some daily pills because I'm not the healthiest eater. I do drink a lot of water, but I don't eat a set healthy meal every single day. I'm trying to get better and do things in moderation, but I am young and it's hard to just keep a strict diet and be healthy. So I like to just at least make sure I'm getting some nutrients with vitamins. And in general, that just keeps you healthy, keeps your immune system good. And those are main things that are also part of just having a healthy vagina, like, and just body in general, you know? It's from the inside as well, not just the outside. So if you don't eat the healthiest, I'd recommend at least getting in your nutrients with vitamins. There's a lot of other ones. Those are just the 2 that I personally use. You can look up the benefits if you want, but yeah. Also, just drinking water in general. Like I said, I don't eat the best, but I do drink a lot of water. I rarely drink soda, even juices. I don't even like flavored waters, you know? Yeah, so I drink a lot of water. I rarely will go to even like a restaurant and get Coke. Lately, I've been slipping up a little bit, but typically I don't drink soda, juices, nothing. So drink a lot of water, take your vitamins, or just eat healthy. All right, I mentioned this before, but just to go over again, I think every girl should keep some baby wipes on hand, in your purse, in your little, whatever, your bag when you're traveling, just daily. Like, always keep some baby wipes in your purse or in your bag. I always buy the travel size pack at stores. Just go to the travel section, get a pack of unscented travel size baby wipes, and then of course I keep like a big one in my bathroom, but that's just a must for me. I don't even use like the Summer's Eve wipes. I just use plain old unscented baby wipes. And if I'm running around all day, if I'm on my period, if it's a hot summer day, or even just a regular day, like anytime I'm just running around, I just like to have them on hand so I can just freshen up, you know? Because we do get sweaty down there, and every girl's not perfect. You need something. Just keep that on hand if you want to just maintain a healthy, hygienic routine, body, feminine life. I don't know. And to add from what I mentioned earlier, like I said, it's about what you eat. Like, you are what you eat, you know? If you're only eating junk food, unhealthy shit, soda, candies, just fast food all day, every day, that is gonna reflect down there. Getting some head, and you know, your man's head is down there, and he's tasting you. You might not taste that good if you're just filled with junk food. So you definitely are what you eat. Like, if I know I'm gonna see my man tonight, I'm gonna make sure I'm eating like fruits all day, pineapples, strawberries, whatever, drinking a lot of water, and trust me, it makes a difference. It really does. Yeah, you are what you eat. So if you know that you're about to have a dick appointment, eat healthy all day, at least for that one day. Drink water and eat your fruits, and trust me, it'll be worth it. All right, so going back into just what you wear and everything, when I wash my clothes, I usually use like scent boosters, dryer sheets, just little things to make your clothes smell extra good. But specifically when I wash my panties or swim bottoms, just anything that's gonna go in that area, I don't use any extra little scent boosters because you don't want to add anything extra. I already said like unscented soap, unscented baby wipes. Anything that goes down there should be unscented and natural. So I typically just wash them normal with regular detergent or unscented detergent sometimes. I don't always do it, but I think it's better to just use unscented detergent. Something extra that I do, which is not mandatory for every female, it's just your preference. I just take the extra mile because I'm just super OCD and just cleanly about certain things. When I wash my panties for the day, I literally, when I take a shower that day, I use the hot water, my unscented soap, and I just wash that panty area. And then I throw it in the washer. Like, I don't just throw them all straight in there because, think about it, ladies. You're wearing panties all day. It's time to wash them. Oh, I also only wash my panties in a separate load. I don't mix them in with my other clothes. I have one load for just all underwear. When I do that, I wash my panties in the shower just individually, because I feel like when you put them all together in one load, they're not thoroughly cleaning that individual panty, and I want them to be extra clean, extra brand new and fresh when I wear them. And they're just not being thoroughly clean if they're all thrown in there at once and they're all dirty. Like, I like to individually clean mine by hand, hot water and soap, and then wash it as a load. And yeah, you don't have to be that extra, but if I'm gonna put anything down there, it needs to be the cleanest. All right, so this is super, 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 super important, ladies. Super important. So, can't stress that enough. So let's just talk about, like, when you, as a female, you should be getting checked regularly. Whether you're having sex or not, there's just so many causes that we can have, you know, to get infections or just have issues in that area. Like, it's not always about intercourse. It could be what you're wearing, the soap you're using, how you wipe yourself. Also, please be wiping from front to back. Don't wipe from back to front. You're literally dragging what's in your ass up to your front and infection waiting to happen. So I hope if you weren't already raised like this, front to back, front to back. Say it with me. Front to back. Remember that. Moving on. As I was saying though, you should be getting checked regularly. I feel like every female should have their own personal gynecologist separate from your doctor. And I know everyone can't afford that because I just recently got my own insurance. I was without insurance for like a year and a half after I moved away from my mom and was on my own, and I would just have to pay out of pocket to go to urgent care to get checked. And I don't like it. Like, first of all, it's a lot more expensive, and second of all, it's just not as comfortable. I want to know my doctor. I want to know who's looking down there. Like, I want to have a relationship with them so I can just feel more comfortable to go anytime I want. And I recently got insurance and I have a set doctor now, but yeah, you just should be getting checked. I would say, I mean, if you're not sexually active, maybe like every other month, every like 3 months at latest. And if you are sexually active, you should be going every time you have a new sex partner or every month, because you don't know what all these people have. And honestly, like, even if they're wearing a condom, you could still catch something. You know, it's not guaranteed. Sadly, you can still catch things. And STDs are not obvious. You might not know you have it. Like, they're not something that you're just gonna wake up and be like, fuck, I have an STD. I mean, of course, there are definitely symptoms, but sometimes there's nothing, and you just don't know until you go and get professionally checked out. So I feel like it's just so important to be doing that as a female and taking care of your body. Also, anytime you have sex, you should be peeing right after. Don't sit there and cuddle, bitch. Get the fuck up, go to the bathroom, and pee, because that's how you get a UTI, you know? Or any other infections, but definitely main causes of UTI is just not peeing after sex. You need to just get up and do that, okay? Do not try to lay there and be sexy and like, nah, fuck him, okay? Worry about yourself, all right? Worry about yourself. I also know as a girl, as a woman, you should eventually have a Pap Smear, like, and I know it's like a rule now, or it's like a law, that starting at 21 is when you should be getting it. It's not under that age. I know back then it was, but when I first started going to the gynecologist, it was already like a rule or a law that you had to be 21. So I have not gone yet to get an actual Pap Smear, which if you want to know the details on that, just Google it, because I'm not going to sit here and explain it to you, but I know it's very uncomfortable and scary, and I'm not looking forward to it. But I turned 21 this year in May, and I'm going to be I have to go for the first time, y'all, so pray for me. Another little thing I would like to say is, if you are letting a man touch you down there, I'm not even talking about sex, just fingering you, touching you, whatever the fuck, make sure their hands are clean, because men are not thinking about that. They're not gonna sit there in the moment, horny, wanting to touch you, like, are my hands clean enough? Are my fingernails dirty? Like, they're selfish. They don't care. I mean, there's some good men out there that may be thinking about that, but most are not going to. So, yeah, make sure the guy that's touching you, make sure his hands are clean. Like if he has dirty ass fingernails and he's putting them in your vagina, like, and you get an infection the next day, do not be surprised. Think about yourself first, okay? Because we, as women, we have to be selfish when it comes to our body and our health. So, just be cautious. All right, ladies. So I feel like I went over everything that's mostly important. And again, this is just what I've learned as I got older. This is what works for me. So I would love to just share it with y'all. I hope it helped anyone that had questions, or maybe you just weren't taught these things, and it's no one's fault. Like, everyone was raised differently. We don't all have another female figure in our life to answer these kind of questions and have these discussions with us. So let that be me. If you guys really don't have anyone to talk to, like, feel free to message me and I will try my best to respond. Or if you don't mind, like, not being anonymous, just leave anything below in the comments and I can make another video adding to this or just other topics. But yeah, so I will see you guys in the next video. Please make sure you thumbs this up and subscribe, and see you soon.